I'll be working with participants to help them to earn certifications that will be put on resumes, and our business partners who are directly coming to us and saying we need people, recognize these certifications, know what these certifications are about. So to put them in a better position to get a job. The certifications that we'll be working on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be a work ethics certification, a national career readiness certification, and a customer service certification.
You come in, you met with them once, and you kind of told them a little bit about you, spent about 15 minutes telling them about who you are. Then when you met the second time, between that time, we had about 2/3 of that group that wanted to sit down and talk to us about opportunities. So, I mean, even in a group that size, that's 8 or 9 people that we had maybe never would have had a chance to interview, that we did get an opportunity to get in front of.
It taught me things I just didn't really think about, or would think about, and just like opened my eyes to opportunities.
The end result being hopefully that next week many of these people would have interviews and be moving into employment within the next couple of weeks. Understanding that for whatever reason people might not get hired, even after this week is done, I follow them for another 6 months to make sure that they're adjusting to demands, getting the job that they want, and the employer is happy with them also.
When Katie came on with us, she had the desire to become a mechanic, a technician. And we've had the girl technicians in the Denver branch in the factory. We got a lot of young ladies that work in the factory. And so Katie come on with us here and has been with us now 6 months and has progressed, done great. She actually just invested in her own pretty good sized set of tools. So yeah, she's invested her time and her money into being part of our team.
Welding, electrical, fixing lights, can be like changing brakes or putting the scams in, or any things, or like could be putting new DOT tape on trailers.
Let us know constantly how the program was moving along, and as soon as it come time to start meeting with the people that were in the schooling themselves, she absolutely made sure we had everything we needed. All the meetings that we had were professional. It was really run well.
We are open 24/7. We take part-time, full-time, anytime. And so a lot of more traditional daycares, you know, you have to be there by 9 and have to be there for a full day. And so we're serving families that maybe have those different shifts, weekend shifts, night shifts. And instead of being in a traditional classroom all day long, our children are in classrooms, but they move from different areas. So this is the more official learning room, the gross motor room, the music room, block room, dramatic play room. And so we move throughout the day like that. We have families that come in, pick up their kiddos in a suit and tie. We have government employees, and then we have parents that come in with covered in soot, right? Like have worked a hard job, and our job is just to make them feel comfortable so that they know their kiddos are taken care of while they're gone. We have all spectrums of socioeconomic families, but we definitely, with the different hours, serve what I would call an underserved population. And we don't limit our Title 20, which is our when families receive government subsidies. We're probably at about 60%. And that's super important to me, because how do you serve Fremont if you don't serve all populations? And I love that families that have a lot and families that have a little come together, and with children, they don't know the difference.
Well, we just saw it as a great opportunity to try a different approach to interacting with the community, and we were trying to find a new way to get in touch with people who maybe don't use traditional approaches, like just applying on the internet only, for example. You put your flyers together, we had opportunities to contribute manpower and financial support if needed. It was super smooth, and we had a couple people volunteer to help with handing out of the flyers, or the packets rather. And yeah, it was really easy. For what we got out of it, the number of people we had show up with interest in applying for jobs versus what we put into it was very easy. On our flyer, we actually advertised a walk-in opportunity to apply, which is kind of losing popularity in the traditional job market. So people could just basically get the flyer, find the information they need to be able to walk in, sit down, we'd help them put a resume together if they needed to, and they could apply right there in person. What we found is for our community here in Fremont that people really responded very well to that approach, and we've been able to replicate that again going forward. And people just seem to respond really well to it. We had a lot of interest, a lot of people show up.